from this to this in a matter of hours. Hey guys, it's your girl Anna and I'm back with another video. Today I'll be doing for you a DIY and how to get back my fridge looking brand new, looking like a snack. Look at this, people. If you want to see how I do this, ensure you stay tuned for the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share and comment. So these are what we'll use to get the fridge looking brand new. We're using fast dry petroleum enamel, and that is the glossy white spray paint. We're also using the rust coat, and that is corrosion and rust protection. We're also going to use some sandpaper. We have three types. We have from coarse to smooth. So one is 320, one is 100, and one is 80. So firstly, I've placed something on the ground where we're going to start to do the work. Yeah, I feel like I probably can quit YouTube and start do this. So this is the before. First things first, you're going to put the sandpaper, the roughest one, the rough one, in some water, and that is to avoid the dust. And my husband says it works better, so I'm going with what he said. And he's just rubbing the rust from the fridge. I guess you could use this on any electronic that rust, you know. So we're just rubbing this. Well, he's just rubbing this, and there he's using his finger to test it, to feel if the rust is coming off, because you can actually feel the rust on the surface. So it is best to do this in a circular motion, and it will take some time. I think this part took the most time. You need a little patience if you are going to do this, because you are going to have to rub this 3 times or 2 times, depending on how the sandpaper works for you and how severe the rust is. So he's dipping again, and he's just going in a circular motion, as you can see, just eliminate all the rust. Every now and then he uses his finger to test to see if the rust is coming off, or it is smooth enough, or it wants some more rubbing. You know, we're not professionals, so we have to test as we go, right? But I'm telling you, from I saw this, I knew that the outcome would have been marvelous. Stay tuned for the outcome, guys. Ensure that you are patient enough doing this part, because if you do not get rid of all the rust, then you'll be spraying the fridge or any appliance in vain, you know. So he's just rubbing the rust from all areas of the fridge, and this was at the front, the back, the side. We are doing the complete fridge. So we are switching from the 80. The 80 is the coarsest one, and the sandpaper is waterproof. Now we're switching to 320 rather, which is the smoothest one, because the coarse one did a lot or most of the job. So we just need to switch to the soft one, the smoother one. So we did not use the second one, which would have been the 100. Reason being, it was not needed for us, but it depends on the severity of the rust on your appliance. Then you would know if you need to use the 3 type of sandpaper. So he's doing it also in a circular motion. So what he's doing now is to get it smooth smoother than it was before, because if there's any residue on it, it won't take the primer or the paint well. So here we have a cloth, and we're just getting rid of the rust water from it, and you can see the difference there. So ensure that you wipe it down thoroughly. Do not skip this step. It is very, very much important. Fun fact, it is better to use a cotton material when wiping down the residue from the fridge or any appliance, because the cotton does the trick better. Ensure that you rub a little harder when you are at each place where the rust was or were, which is it. Yes, so look at it now, guys. It looks better already. And now my anxiety is kicking in because I want to see the finished product. You know, I want to see the brand new fridge, or we're going to take out somewhere else, because it can't be the same fridge. So look at it. He tried to get rid of all the rust that he could have gotten rid of. As you can see, the spots are not looking rusty anymore. It's rather looking black. So he did a great job there. Now we're going to wipe it down again with some clean water this time. Some cleaner water. So we wash the rag out and we are wiping again. So we wiped it 3 times. So this is the second time. The last time we are going to use cotton, as I suggested before. It is better to use cotton because the cotton will pot dry it easily without leaving any water residue at all. So it is better to use cotton material. People, at this point of the video, I was like, lad, hurry up, we just can't wait. And here he's using the cotton material, and look, there's no residue on it, no rust, no nothing. So this is good to go now. Just ensure that it is dry enough, not dry enough but well dry, because if it is wet, the primer will run. You don't want that. So here we're doing it a 4th time. So ensure that you hot dry it. Hot dry. So people, without further ado, we are going to start the priming process, and ensure that you have on your mask. So this is the brand that we're using, Do It Best, and as I said before, this is good for rust or corrosion. So the direction says you're supposed to shake it for at least a minute until you hear the rattling. And if you're using and there's no rattling, you need to continue. You need to shake again. So here is it. Applying the first spray, the first prime. Look at that, guys. Even if we did not have the paint, the spray paint itself, I think the primer is doing a good job. If we only had primer. Look at the difference, people. Just look at the difference. Overall, I would say that this brand is a good brand because it did the job, and we did not need to use too much. So we use 3 primers and 2 paints. So we use 1 tin of primer on each side. So the face of the fridge, the left side and the right side. We still had a little remaining, so it wasn't 3 complete primers, but I'd recommend you get 3 complete primers for it. and ensure that you spray in one direction, because you don't want, if you overspray, it shows. So it's either you go from left to right or top to bottom, but do not do crisscross, because it will show when it is dry. So guys, look at that. That's the primer. Now we are going to move to the spray paint, and this says gloss white, and it's fast dry, and it's the same brand. So as I said before, with the primer, ensure you shake for at least a minute. That was what the directions said, and we are following the direction. Look at this now, guys. Look at this. People, I just sit down right now after editing this video, just looking at the fridge. I cannot believe it is the same fridge. Look at the particles. Ensure that you wear a mask when doing this, and ensure that you do it in an open space, because the smell from it was terrible. I'm asthmatic, and I'm telling you, if it was me that was doing it, I would have to stop. The scent was too heavy. But let's not talk about that, guys. Look at the effect of the gloss on this. This looks like a brand new fridge. Wow, look at this. So guys, if you ever want to do your fridge, your stove, whichever appliance you have, I'd recommend that brand. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Look at the fridge. If you have any questions, you can leave it down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Until next time, it's your girl Anna. Bye.